Lights are out on the Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. And Matt's daughter, Elena, Vince's granddaughter, waving the green flag to start this race off. 47 laps, 8,000 away, and the green flag is out. Up front, it's Mason Zeigler, your leader. Coming through the field, though, here comes the 111 of Max Blair, looking to the inside of Lee. Jon Lee looking to battle back to the outside of the 15K car, currently piloted by Gregg Troutman, currently in the second spot, the 111 to the inside of Lee. And we've got a pile up in turns 1 and 2. That's going to throw out the caution. Andrew Gordon in car number 25 stopped broadside on turns 1 and 2. We've got through the field as well, including the driver of car number 22, Gregg Satterlee. Green is out. We're back underway. And we've got cars mangled on the infield there. Schaffer, one of them. And that brings out the caution yet again. 56 also parked on the front stretch there. That's Fenton, the 25 of Gordon. John Wayne Weaver caught in another rattler. Going to lead the field to the green over in turn number 4. With Troutman and Lee right behind them. Green is out. We're back underway. We get cleanly through turns 1 and 2, into 3 and 4 they go. Nearly 3 wide are some of these drivers. Here comes Troutman, getting ahead of Lee, Satterlee, Blair, all following. 3 wide in turns 1 and 2. Look at Gregg Satterlee, the truth, edging the bottom out. We've got close quarters racing. No, Max Blair able to hang on to it for now. And he's going to keep him rolling. We stay green. Max Blair almost flips it in turn number 3. Unbelievable driving from the driver out of Centerville, Pennsylvania. Max Blair is going to have some work to do, but a long way to go as Mason Zeigler is your leader. That's how bad these drivers want it. We've got cars piling up on the inside of 3 and 4. It looks like English and Lockwood. Tonight, it's Mason Zeigler's night, perhaps, as he is ready to lead the field back through 3 and 4 to the green. We are back underway, 43 to go. And there goes Bo Lockwood spinning on the front stretch. Bo Lockwood in car number 57 spins. Zeigler going to get this race back underway. Green is out once again. Mason Zeigler leads him. Side-by-side battle between Troutman and Satterlee as they head through 3 and 4. Troutman to the bottom, Satterlee up top. It's going to be Gregg Troutman on that second spot. 111 of Max Blair going to be the driver that a lot of people keep his eyes on as they go throughout the rest of this race. Currently has that 6th spot now. He's going to be battling for the top 5 yet again with Andrew Yoder. Great racing on the Speedway there for your top 2. As it's Troutman and Satterlee duking it out. Up front, though, it's Mason Zeigler by several car lengths as they exit turn number 4. Mason Zeigler still your leader. It's truth, Gregg Satterlee taking that second spot away that time by. Car slow on the Speedway right now. It's a 20 of Doug Eck. He'll head pit side. We stay green. Michael Lake looking comfortable right now, running in position number 4. Behind him, it is a 0 car of Andrew Yoder. The 111 of Max Blair sticks to the bottom as well, right behind him. Field's starting to finally settle themselves through here. A long way to go. As we are now 38 laps to go, make it 37 and a half. As Zeigler heads down the backstretch, he's going to have some pressure here soon. And before you hit lap traffic, you got to wonder if the truth Gregg Satterlee is going to make his move, because once they hit lap traffic, and if this race chooses to stay green, it could get a little dicey out there. Close quarters racing here at Thunder Mountain Speedway. Car into the infield there. It's a 7-11 of Todd English. We stay green. Here comes the truth, Gregg Satterlee. Within 3 car lengths of Troutman now as they head through turns 1 and 2. Running an entirely different line as Troutman up on the top side there. Through 1 and 2 they go. Zeigler is going to have a handful here in just a moment. Gregg Satterlee trying carefully not to show the nose, not to show the line, but now he's got no choice but to pull the trigger. Through 1 and 2 they go. Gregg Satterlee door to door with the Z-Man, Mason Zeigler into turn 3. Here comes the lap traffic also on your leaders. And Gregg Satterlee to the lead. With 34 laps to go, Gregg Satterlee is your leader. And right in front of him is car number 56 of Fenton. Satterlee going to look to the outside of Fenton now to put him 1 lap down. Mason Zeigler going to be careful, concise, and conservative on his moves this point forward as long as we stay green. Drake Troutman establishing a line of his own on the high side right now. The front 2 runners are not running that type of line, so Troutman pretty comfortable in that 3rd spot. Michael Lake in 4th, Yoder in 5th, the 111 of Blair in 6th, Lee in 7th, Angelicchio 8th, Oaks 9th, Levi Yetter, I believe, or now the 47 of Matt Lutz rounds out your top 10. And here comes Troutman now. He's going to be showing a little bit of persistence on the 25 of Zeigler. Zeigler right through the middle of 1 and 2. Troutman yet again running his own line on the top side. Zeigler has now, or rather Satterlee now has 2 cars between himself and Mason Zeigler. And that battle for second is heating up now. Troutman with a nice run heading down the front stretch into turn 1. Goes down to the bottom. Troutman down to the bottom of Zeigler. Shows him the nose coming down the back stretch. Has a nice little run of momentum with 2 cars in front of him. Has decisions to make. Zeigler going to try to split them, but the door closes quickly. Now Troutman moves to second on this lap. Zeigler with the advantage as he splits Weaver and Rougeux. Down the backstretch they go now. Zeigler has a car between himself, or temporarily has a car between himself and Troutman. And that's not going to be enough this time by. Troutman has a clear lane to the top. Gregg Satterlee now has his hands full with the 1P of Hot Rod, Rodney Phillips. Satterlee going to go to the outside of Phillips now. Troutman going to try to reload and try to take that second spot away from Zeigler. 27 laps to go. 20 laps down now in this one. Satterlee taking the lead on the lap number 37. Satterlee, cool, calm, collective, the Appalachian Mountain Speed Week champion, definitely showing his way around Thunder Mountain Speedway, sticking to the bottom. You have to wonder if it's going to start to rubber up here as the race continues. And that may be the preferred line for the remainder of tonight's feature event. Not for Troutman, though. You can't tell him otherwise. He's going right to the top. Zeigler working on the 1P of Phillips. So Satterlee, your leader, as they approach the halfway mark of this 47-lap, 8,000 to win a main feature event known as the Vince Gaston Memorial. Fourth place has not changed at the 27 of Michael Lake. Yoder currently rounding out your top 5. Battle for second, still a one to watch now as Troutman loading up on the high side, coming through 3 and 4. Going to have a nice run here. Is he going to look for the crossover? He does, but enough momentum from the 25Z of Zeigler to keep the door shut on him. No cars separating your top 3 right now. Michael Lake, 1 car outside of the top 3, outside of the podium. Just past halfway now. Satterlee has a cluster of 3 cars ahead of him. It's Kenny Schaffer, Levi Yetter, and Fenton. Satterlee looks to the inside and gets by. 2-for-1 special there for Satterlee. Gets by Schaffer and Fenton. Zeigler has some moves to make here. Zeigler keeping things close, keeping Satterlee an honest man as he enters 3 and 4 now. Satterlee at the flag stand. 19 laps to go now for Satterlee, your leader. Your leader of lap 33 will pick up an extra $100 in memory of Ken Harris here tonight. Satterlee like a glue to the bottom. You can't tell him otherwise. He's got a line. He's comfortable. He's consistent. He's smooth. That's why he is Gregg Satterlee. Behind him, a couple of hungry youngsters wanting to take that $8,000 top prize. Satterlee works by the 9 of Levi Yetter. Now 2 cars separating your top 2 cars. Gregg Troutman just about the only car running that high of a line, and look at him, he's going to make that move for second. Right to the bottom goes Troutman. Troutman to the inside of Zeigler. Zeigler going to try to shut the door on him and look to the inside of Schaffer. Does so successfully. What a move from Mason Zeigler. Zeigler going to drift up the Speedway coming out of turn number 4. There goes Troutman. Troutman to second. 15 laps to go. Gregg Troutman takes that second spot away from Mason Zeigler and now has 1 car separating himself and Gregg Satterlee. Problems for Troutman up top in turn number 3. Not sure if he missed a cushion or something has gone awry, but he has lost that second spot that he worked so hard to get. And now even more work to do behind the car number 15K of Mason Zeigler. 14 to go, now make it 13 as Gregg Satterlee crosses the line. And we've got a car spun in turns 3 and 4. The 56 of Dylan Fenton spins in the middle of turn 4. Cars take evasive action, and that brings out the caution with just 13 laps to go. Vince Gaston Memorial Trophy. Green is out, ladies and gentlemen. We're back underway for 13 to go. Troutman runs the high line, but it's not going to bear any fruit. It's going to be Troutman who takes that second spot away from Zeigler. Satterlee, Troutman, Zeigler at the line, and here comes Andrew Yoder in car number 0. Ran 5th the entire race, now up to 4th as he passes Michael Lake. The 111 of Max Blair, never count out the Keystone Kamikaze, currently running in the 6th spot. 11 laps to go for the truth. Side by side down the backstretch they go. It's Zeigler and Troutman going at it yet again. It sounds like a broken record, but the battle's just been that good between these 2 up-and-coming drivers. Zeigler right back to the high side, the one that he has made his bread and butter on all evening long. Zeigler to the bottom. Problems for the 5L of Jon Lee. He'll head pit side. We stay green. Tough break for the driver, who is one of the fastest qualifiers of the night and your pulse hitter on tonight's race as well. 10 laps to go. Make it 9 to go now as Satterlee crosses the line down the backstretch they go. Does anybody have anything for the truth? Is Zeigler waiting in the grass? Is Troutman doing the same? It looks like Troutman is gaining on Satterlee that time by. Coming to 7 to go for the truth, Gregg Satterlee. Smooth and steady along the bottom is the driver of the Satterlee Motorsports number 22. Kaiser Manufacturing Classic Inc. also on the side of that Appalachian Mountain Speedway Championship winning car. Gregg Troutman starting to make a show of this now. 6 laps to go. Troutman, you're king of the hill, trying to pull off an upset. Satterlee fumbles on the backstretch. That's going to allow Troutman to make up even more ground. 5 laps to go for Gregg Satterlee. An uncharacteristic mistake for Gregg Satterlee might just cost him the race. Mason Zeigler going up in no man's land now to try to continue the gain on him. Here comes Troutman. 4 to go. Lap traffic now in play right in front of Satterlee. He's going to have to make a choice, and he's going to have to choke up. Here comes Troutman. Troutman now has a choice. He goes to the high side of Fenton. 3 to go for Satterlee. Troutman to the high side of Gregg Satterlee. He's going to have a head of momentum down the backstretch. The Truth knows he's there now. Troutman going to come to the 2 to go sign. 2 to go for Gregg Satterlee. Gregg Satterlee, your leader down the backstretch. The lap traffic may become a factor in this one with the 1 to go sign being thrown. 1 lap to go for the Truth, Gregg Satterlee. Can Troutman pull it off? Can he lead the one and only most important lap? Does not quite have the run on the backstretch. He's going to have to make it happen in 3 and 4. Huge run to the top side for Troutman. Coming to the checkered flag, and it's going to be the Truth, Gregg Satterlee. What a finish! He can hear you, ladies and gentlemen. He deserves it. Let's hear it for the winner of the Vince Gaston Memorial, the Truth, Gregg Satterlee. Holding the heaviest trophy he's ever won in his life, he says. Ladies and gentlemen, what a race. Greg, you take the lead on lap number 37. You take the lead on lap number 37, and you know with a 47 ahead of you, you have to be smooth, consistent, and that's what you were on the bottom until things had to get going in the late stages of that race.
Yeah, when the that last caution came out, I was really feeling pretty good about it. But after we got going, my signal guy, I'd never really got away from Drake, and I got back into lap traffic so quick, and I was really unsure if I should try to make a move and try to pass them or just be content and follow them and not risk getting past. But it all worked out. The car was really awesome. We made gains on it all night long, and I think we're really good in that feature. So thanks to my crew and Robbie, my dad, my wife, John, everyone that isn't here that comes and helps. We appreciate it. And I could give a big shout out to the Gaston family, Matt, Heath, the whole family. You know, your mom and your sister. For Vince, he was a hell of a really good guy, and I knew they always like coming here and racing. So it's no better place to have a race for him than Thunder Mountain, and hopefully put on a good race. Thanks to all the fans for coming out. It was a fun night. Hopefully everyone enjoyed that, but thanks to all the sponsors that helped make this happen, and hopefully we can do it again every year. But thanks to my sponsors, you know, Rocket, Kaiser, Integra Shocks, VP Racing Fuels, Hoosier Tires, Bruce with All About Wraps, AFCO, Fast Andy Racing, Clements Racing Engines, Hoosier Tire, Kaiser Wheels, Simpson, you know, everyone that helps make this possible. Again, my family, my dad, he's with us every step of the way, and we couldn't do without everyone. So hopefully we can be back here and do this again, and it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun indeed. You made these fans jump on their feet, celebrate. Absolutely outstanding. I do have to ask one more question, though. What's going through your mind whenever you can hear the cars behind you coming in those final laps? I mean, you've been in that position before, but how do you play it out?
Also, I mean, just like I said, you're following a lap car, and they're trying to race and, you know, do what they need to do, and you're just try to make good corners and not lose time. And sometimes that means passing them, and sometimes it means just following them. So I was really squeezing the steering wheel pretty hard through those last 5 laps, and luckily I saw the white. I didn't see the 5 to go, and I thought, okay, just make one more good corner on the bottom, and hopefully I don't get drove around. But that was it worked out tonight. You know, like again, thanks to the Gaston family. It was an awesome night, and hopefully they're happy with how it went, because I'm sure everyone here had a lot of fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's hear it for the Indiana Pencil native, the Truth, Gregg Satterlee. We'll head on down and talk to tonight's Hill, unfortunately a runner-up, but man, you gave them everything you possibly could. You put on a show for these fans. You could tell you wanted this one.
Oh yeah, you know, it's there wasn't much I could do on the bottom there, so I don't know. We just had to rip the top, and there was actually once you got up there, once you got up there and got it cleaned up, it was pretty good. So got to thank Bruce Kane for everything he's done for me, and you know, all spots, all about doors, Jerry Siding and box shocks, rocket chassis, TNT sweeping and port, Anthony's Pizza, Minion, you know, just everyone that helps us out, all about wraps, and I don't know what the plans are for the rest of the weekend, but hopefully we get.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for tonight's runner-up. Gregg Troutman puts on a show for you, the fans. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your final podium finisher tonight. Let's hear it for Mason Zeigler. Mason, you go out and set fast time here tonight, the last qualifier. Sometimes that's a kiss of death when you get to pull the last pill to qualify. Tonight it actually proved to be beneficial. You're able to stay up front all night long, be competitive all night long, and man, you went battle with battle, lap after lap with Gregg Troutman out there. That had to be fun.
Yeah, no doubt. I can't thank my car owner, Glenn Elliott, and Steph with RBS Trailer Sales and Roy's Collision, Green Lane, BX Logistics, JLE Industries, my crew Brian, everyone that's part of this thing. I can't thank everyone enough. All you fans for coming out. Man, what a good racetrack. We just started off early real good and just didn't make any changes there for that feature. I was way off, I feel like, on right rear load, and I couldn't get up in the top like I wanted to and like I was early in the night, and I just couldn't get through that bottom without bouncing. So just missed it a little bit on the setup. So you know, we got a fast car and it's not tore up and go on to the next one.
You know, obviously, too, you want to keep in mind, you do want to win. You do want to finish second. You want to advance those 2 spots. But when you have a race like that, internally, deep down, are you remembering why you do this, whenever you're in battles like that?
No, all I didn't want to do is get to the front. So, no, I was giving her all we had. I was way too rigid on the right rear and stuff, and kept shearing the right rear. And it was so rigid I couldn't even get up on the top and get up in the marbles like I wanted to. And it is what it is. No, I mean, when we come, we just want to win. So we don't come to run third, we come to win. But that wasn't our night.
That's the words for a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for tonight's podium finisher, Mason Zeigler, able to pull off a good finish here tonight.